Welcome to the kitchen table, where the jankiest of all casual budget decks battle it out in the gauntlets for bragging rights, but most of all, your viewing pleasure. Now, if you want to join our leaderboard and win a secret layer brought to you by our partner Card Market, you can do so by predicting the winner of the next match in the comments down below. This first semi-final is between Wizards and the Holy Clerics. So, Bram, what do the decks have in store for us?
The Wizard deck is a very synergistic deck around Wizards, but also around instants and sorceries, with Adeliz, a very powerful mage, and the Beam Splitter mage does some funky stuff, with all those instants and sorceries that target creatures. We also added a splash of white for some good instants and also a few creatures that do well in the deck, like Kaikar Wind's Fury. The clerics like gaining life with Soul Warden and Clerics of Life's Bond, and who also likes that you gain life is Veto, because whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. There are some more legendary clerics with lifelink in the deck, but also a special combo using Daru Spiritualist, an equipment, and the Starlit Sanctum.
So last time I went with the Wizards, but I think I'm going to go with the Clerics for this one, and maybe they will pray themselves to glory.
Fight! The first semi-finals between the Wizards and the Clerics already start with a Fiend Hunter in hand. Let's have a look at the hand of the Wizards. There is Beam Splitter Mage already, and I also see the Wizard Lord Adeliz, the cinderwind, giving all Wizards +1/+1 whenever an instant or sorcery is cast. And we're off. I am super excited. We start with a temple and some scry action. And we're going to see the same thing from the side of the Wizards. A Temple of Epiphany and some scry action. Back to the Clerics now. And the first cleric is Aili, the Eternal Pilgrim, a death touching cleric that can sacrifice other creatures to gain some life equal to their toughness. Back to the Wizards. Turn 2, that means Beam Splitter has joined the party. Now this blue-faced guy copies instants or sorceries whenever they target him to another creature. Here is a Starlight Sanctum from the Wizards. They can start praying together with this Drana's Emissary. This sexy vampire is not only here for the art, it also is a 2/2 flyer that drains every turn, which works great with some other clerics. Now, are we going to see an attack? Yes! First damage is dealt by the Clerics. What will the answer of the Wizards be? I see a Storm Chaser Mage entering the battlefield with haste and prowess. And with the Beam Splitter Mage, this could be quite cool. Here is a Samut Sprint. And the Beam Splitter will copy it onto the Storm Chaser. Both creatures get +2/+1. There's a double scry and the prowess triggers. Wow! Value town for the Wizards. And they won't start easy. They will start with a slamming attack. And that will be 8 points of damage. The Clerics better start praying that this ends well. But they do have a pretty good follow-up if there's a white land coming now. First some Drana's action. And there is a Plains. And that means it's Fiend Hunter time. And the Beam Splitter gets back into the box. Great play for the Clerics. And there's a follow-up with the Archfiend's Vassal as well. And now an attack back. And we're back to square one. An amazing start from the Wizards is nullified by the Clerics. Let's see what the Wizards have in store. Can they prepare for another explosive turn? We know they can do it, but can they do it twice in one game? Here is Adeliz, the cinderwind, with flying and haste, and it also boosts all Wizards whenever a instant or sorcery spell is cast, and we'll see a attack from the Wizards for 3 points of damage. Back to the clerics now. They drain first with Drana's Emissary. And they draw a Sin Collector. And whenever it enters the battlefield, an opponent has to exile an instant or sorcery. Of course, the clerics don't know how many instants or sorceries are in the hand of the wizard. We can assume there are some. The attack is for 6 points of damage and 1 lifelink swing from the Archfiend's vessel. And here is Orah, Skyclave Hierophant. Great card in the deck with a lot of combos. It has lifelink, it's a 3/3, and whenever a cleric dies you can bring back another cleric from the graveyard to the battlefield. Here is a Needle Verge Pathway. The wizards decide they will take the red side of the flip land. Let's see what the wizards have in store. 12 damage seems a lot, but with Adeliz you will never know. There is a Gitu Lava Runner, so there are 3 creatures on the board now. It doesn't have haste and +1 yet, but now it does, and it's also unblockable. And that means that Adeliz also will trigger, and it will trigger again with a Reckless Charge. Oh my god, we are going to see another crazy attack. Another explosive attack from the wizards, and we have twice the triggers from Adeliz. That means the whole team gets +2/+2. Now the clerics want to block the lava runner, but it is unblockable, and if we count the amount of damage, we'll get to a number that is bigger than 12. We're going to get to a number that is 16 damage. And the clerics, they are stunned. They thought they had the game, but it slipped through their holy fingers. Wizards will take it down.
Knockout!
Ouch, should have gone with the wizards. Only a quarter of a point for me in the leaderboard. Now, you can join the leaderboard too by predicting the next winner and commenting it down below. And maybe you will win a secret layer drop. And if you want some more info on how this works, click the link in the top right corner. Or if you want some help, check out the deck tags below. Thanks for watching, and remember, always keep it casual.
Unless you're having a crap party.